Morning. So, I'm on vacation finally. That's been a long time coming. And it was quite exhausting the last couple of weeks actually. But yeah, I'm finally here. It's summer, everything is done, and the garden is waiting. So, really looking forward to the next 2 weeks. Um, I will be doing some footage today and tomorrow, which is Saturday and Sunday, 3rd and 4th of July. Um, Next week, I might be doing some stuff with the family. I don't know whether or not I will be making videos out of it. We're going to a theme park for a couple of days, more the resort part, but we will be doing theme park riding and stuff. So not quite sure if I will be making videos then, but we will be back on Friday, and that weekend we will be doing videos again. There's some stuff going on. Um, you saw the footage in the last video. There was more or less an issue with the weather here. It was just insane. Some bicycle guys over there. We've had major rain situation, with lots of water, lots of flooding. If I'm inclined, I will go down where it actually happened, and we can look at the aftermath. But for now, there's a couple of garden chores. It's 8 a.m. and actually quite chilly here, but the sun is coming out. There will be rain in the afternoon, so I want to do what I can in the morning. I will again not be able to mow my lawn, which annoys the heck out of me because it's really getting out of hand. The missus is really happy with the lawn. She's like, "Oh, yeah, I like these wildflowers and herbs and stuff." I get it, but I'd rather mow the lawn, especially since I have seeded all the new grass and stuff, right? So I want to make sure that the growing conditions are ideal. Something that the rain really did was kickstart everything that's vegetation in the beets. Let's have a look at that. And then I will be doing some chores. I want to bind up that bush finally today. I do need to do the fertilizer thing. And if I can, I want to trim where was it? I cannot really point anymore. The edge there. So that's on the list. And then maybe you will spot the one or the other change in the garden. So as you can see, these zucchinis are doing awesome. They need a lot of fertilizer. The problem is I don't want to water them too much. I still haven't killed one of the plants, which is on the list. Sunflowers. Look at this. Isn't that great? Like at least 4 big sunflower plants here. The one in the back is awesome. And the zucchini at the bottom is just amazing. I need to be a bit careful with the watering. Obviously, I'm watering a lot and I'm fertilizing a lot of these weeds as well. The only thing that really bugs me as of the right now is the fact that they don't get enough sunlight, and I think that's the reason why the blossoms don't come out. The cucumber is doing kind of okayish. I'm a little worried though. Cucumbers are not doing too good. That was right on the leaves. Not ideal. Did I give you some water? Now I did. Okay, so that's done. Well, I would do this, I guess, but I need to get some scissors for that. The missus and I decided on the lavender. So we're gonna wait until the blossoming period is over, and then we will cut it down significantly. As you can see, there is new sprouts in the middle. We will cut out all the big ones because we don't really need them, and then see what happens next. We'll get a metal bow for the rose. That's still on the shopping cart, and bind it up. This is our rose, not our neighbor's rose. So everything in here is fine. The rain has kick-started whatever I seeded in here, so that's really good. There's something coming out there. I just don't know what it is. I guess we'll see. And then you can already see this has been coming in over the last 2 days, and I will tell the little one that she can eat them, because it's not many, but you know, it's something. Alright, in the last video we addressed these ripes real quick, and I suspected my daughter to have eaten them, but she hates them, so she probably didn't do it. And the neighbor kids who are playing on this street, or the driveway essentially, but I guess it was birds. Next year there will be a net over here. Already discussed that with the missus, that we want to make sure next year we get some ripes. But you know, the bush is only gonna get bigger. You can see it even if you look closely. There's like new branches coming out of the ground, and this thing is eventually going to be like this high. I hope, I guess like this wide. I will have to clean out some of these branches over here just to make sure that I have enough room to grow, and obviously need to keep the ivy in check. All right, what else did we do? Didn't do that. That's next. I made sure that this lavender is actually coming along quite nicely. It has always been small in comparison with the other two. The reason being is the field strangling vines always kept it down, and this year I've been really after, you know, just making sure that it doesn't come up and strangle it, so that worked out quite well. However, when I prune this hibiscus, whatever in English the name is, this year I will take out this entire branch just to give it a little more room to the top. But that's for the next season. This lavender obviously is awesome, and it starts, you know, blooming. If you have a look, we already have some visitors here in the early morning. There's some bees checking it out. Very nice. That's why I'm doing this, by the way. There's a bee house not too far away, and they love this stuff. Then we have cleaned out just a little bit from stinging nettle, and obviously this is done as well. This was done by the missus. She just got an urge and got it done. I'm very happy. She did a good job. Awesome. So no more flooding there. So, all right, let me get to the next task. Okay, so for the next task, obviously I'm going back there. Got some thread, got a scissors. I'm trying to go up there between the ivy and bind this entire thing up, and if possible even a little bit over here, so I can close this gap out and people can't, you know, from the street look into my garden. That's going to be the goal. If I can achieve it, it's a different story. Let's see. that doesn't look too bad. What do you think? Let's hope that holds up, you know, like if it's raining it's obviously gonna get a little more heavy, but I kind of like it. Also, it gives me the opportunity to clean up even further down there, which I'm about to do, but not right now. I will do that later. Right now I have another issue and I'm gonna show you. So here you see my issue, right? If you don't, it's the maples. They don't belong here. There's a huge maple tree here and a smaller one over there, and that's fine. I don't care about these. But the problem here is I've ignored them for a long time. Oh, by the way, there's another one over there. I know there's one over there, but that belongs to the neighbor, so I don't give, you know, two F's. But these here could be a potential problem since it's so close to the street. Would this guy be over there next to the stone, I wouldn't care so much. You know, the bush and then the maple tree, that would be fine. But I have this guy here and I don't want that issue. Plus, this is a public street. This is a private driveway. And if the root system damages the private driveway, you know, once this thing should get older, it would be me paying for it. So yeah, I fear they have to go. More field strangling vines over there, by the way. So I'm not quite sure how to deal with that. Do I just clip it off? Sorry. Do I just clip it off? Or dig it up, plant it over there? I need to think about this. So I will definitely not kill this guy right here, although it's not one, I think it's 3 or 4 even. So I'm not doing anything about that. What I need to do is obviously trim this. I couldn't care less, but it outrages my neighbors and I'm kind of, you know, I need to be on good terms. Also, I want to make sure that this gets trimmed eventually, but I'm not sure if I will do that today. So there's also from this bush, there's a lot of stuff entangled with the fir tree, and that needs to be fixed. So lots to do. Let's have a look around. Is that the cat that usually poops into my garden? I see ya. I see ya. This farmer has been sickle mowing this area here for 4 days. I don't know what takes him so long. I really don't. It's just this area and the small patch back behind the field. Really no idea. Let's talk about where we actually live. So this is, as you have probably noticed, Switzerland, and it's actually quite nice here. You know, like the hills. It's not directly in the Alps. Switzerland is so much more than just Alps. We are in the northwest part of Switzerland. The canton is called Argovia, and it's actually quite nice. This village here is at the end of the world. Like there's 1,800 people living here, and it's growing a little bit, but not a lot. So it's actually quite nice. Let's have a quick look around. You know, all farmhouses and stuff. There's this one street that I'm just crossing that goes through the entire valley all the way yonder. And next village is in this direction, about half a mile potentially. We are not actually living inside the village, we're living in this little settlement outside. The core village is all the way back there, about 2 kilometers, or what's that, 1.5 miles or something. So it's really quite nice. Obviously my neighbor is starting to do his farm chores. He's an old guy, but he still has a farm. I asked him if I could use his apple trees to make some, you know, homemade apple stuff. No way. So let's have a look what I just arrived at the flooding site that we saw the other day. Let's have a look what we actually have here. This is the creek that I was talking about. And it's still full. And the reason for that is that the flooding actually, you know, washed out a lot of dirt. You see it over there. Let's get a little bit closer. I might sink in here. The ground is extremely muddy. So this was all washed out, and this is why the creek is now behaving so weirdly, right? It's coming from there, from the right, and flowing through here. So what they did, obviously, if you look into this direction, we have this valley, and back in the old day, the creek would just run straight through this, and obviously the farmers aren't too happy about it. So what they did was they made all sorts of adjustments and rerouted the creek, and now it's going at the edge of the valley, providing them with enough farmland. There's some corn here. I bet there's more corn over here. Of course it's corn. I mean, you know, whatever. But what happened now is that this artificial stream couldn't handle the amount of water coming down, and so it went back to its natural way, right through the middle of the village, and obviously washed out a lot of those artificial shores, etc. So yeah, and here behind me you can actually see the site where it, you know, it all came from back there to here, and then washed into the artificial stream again, where it just clogged up everything. So what I'm going to do, because I haven't done that yet, I think there is a second stream over here, but I want to see where it actually happened. Like there's a connector here, and I think this is what overflowed, and we're going there. If I can, again, I might sink in. This is extremely muddy. And I only have my garden shoes on. So let's have a look. Someone's not gonna be happy. This was all part of the field, of the cornfield, right? So it completely destroyed this area of the cornfield. You see some remains over there on the edge, right? And then it just washed down here. Let's see if we can actually walk on it. And since I'm a very, very heavy person, I'm sinking in a little, but it's bearable. It's good that it didn't rain for 2 days now. Then the water, you know, has time to get into the ground. Let's see if we can find the original creek that's back there somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. Well, it's not even the original. See, you can see that it's actually the artificial one. So they have these bumps in there to regulate the water flow, and the water is back to the normal level again. It's very clear. I like it. I've been living here for 13 years. I have never been back here, and it's not far from where we live, over behind this bush somewhere. That's insane. Why haven't I done that? And this is a big thistle kind of flowerish, so I'm not going there. This grass is all wet, so I'm thinking go back to the cornfield and then walk up there. I will do that. Nature is fascinating, isn't it? Look at this. So these are like the heavy trails of the tractor, I guess, and they just washed out even further with the rain and the flooding. It's pretty impressive. So what you saw on the previous video was basically this area here, this entire thing being covered with water. It was not in fact this stream, but it was this, which in itself is still impressive. And again, we're going all the way back there to see what's happening there. I have no idea what this is. Looks like something got destroyed. Or did they just dump it here? Nah, it looks more like they dumped it here. Okay, so I think I am at the original flooding site. I will need to check that in the video, in the previous one, but as you can see, there's some stuff here just clearly washed up in the grass. My suspicion, this got clogged in the rain by something, you know, just being washed out and against it, and now the water just keeps on, and then it floods out. And if you look at the track where the water went, could have just gone this way, because I don't really see any devastation here, and the grass kind of looks normal over here as well. So I really think this is what happened. There is something over there though. Well, there was a lot going on. So, oh, look at this. You see? He's back with his little tractor. Maybe he will finish this piece now. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just getting, you know, as much grass as he needs to feed his animals, his livestock that he has. I don't know. Might ask him if he's still there when I go back. All right, I talked to the old farmer, and he's actually a very nice person. I've seen him around, you know, we wave, but like I said, we are more like for us. The bush looks actually pretty good. I'm happy. So it's been like what, half an hour now, and it didn't come down again. Here's hoping. Anyways, I talked to the guy and I asked him, like, why are you doing this just piece by piece? And like I said, he's only doing what he needs for the animals that particular evening. So it's fresh, essentially. That's what he's doing. Okay, pretty cool. So, sun is being hidden by some clouds now, and my neighbor is trimming his hedge, so I won't record anymore. I will take care of a garden sitter for the next week if I can. I just saw my other neighbor running around, so I will do some stuff here and eventually talk to her. She's a nice person.